Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the lecturers, and also my dearest friends. Thank you for the time and opportunity that have been given to me this morning to talk about learning barriers during a pandemic. Hopefully, we are in good health. In this condition, of course, we are facing the same barriers. In this situation, we must care about healthness, especially for ourselves and generally for all people. Our government has given a policy to limit activities that involve crowds of people, such as learning activities, work activities, recreation or entertainment, shopping activities, even worship activities. For this reason, many educational institutions, offices, and other public places have been forced to close temporarily. Employees are asked to work from home, some are even laid off, and students are forced to distance learning. Distance learning is a challenge in academia. We must use the internet to do online learning. There are many platforms that can be used, such as Google Meet or Zoom Meet for video-based platforms, then Google Classroom or Schoology for virtual classroom-based platforms, and many more. The question is, have the lecturers and students understood how to use the platforms? I personally think not fully. When in the beginning of online learning, I think there are many obstacles both for lecturers and students in the online learning process in terms of understanding digital media. But this condition is good for us, especially in academia. We are forced to use it all. We are forced to realize that the world is digitalizing right now. If we, as Indonesian society, are still blind to technology, still unfamiliar with digital media, we will be a backward society. Day by day, it is also increasingly common to use the online learning media. But the next problem is online learning requires internet access with large enough quota and quite a lot of signals, especially for lectures with video meetings. So many of students can't attend the lectures because of this reason. Indeed, learning with video meetings is the most effective way to keep getting explanation directly from the lectures as in the classroom, compared to using Google Classroom, which can only be used to provide the material in written form. This method not very effective. It may be that when lecturers provide the materials, the student not read it, or maybe the written explanation is more difficult to understand. So thus, learning with WhatsApp group. In learning activities, every lecture must have a module given to students, either in the form of the PowerPoint or explanatory videos from YouTube. But most of the PowerPoint that are given look very boring, full of writing and difficult to understand. So for more students who have difficulty in understanding, easy to understand explanation are needed. And an idea emerged on me that the explanation through a unique and interesting animated video could be an alternative way to provide an explanation that is easily understood. Why is this needed? When the material has been given and a direct explanation has been conveyed through a video meetings, students can reopen the unique and interesting review video to recall the material that has been conveyed easily. That's what we need to learn about digital media. The next problem, online learning makes many of the lecturers who give assignment as a substitute for materials, as a training, as a condition of attendance, and so forth. For me, it was something as natural as it should be, it's just that the frequency was small. The problem with assigning tasks is group work. If we see a normal condition, group assignments require active discussion, require meetings not only once. Then, the division of tasks can be monitored directly. This will be very difficult to do in this condition of distance learning, where students can only have virtual meetings, virtual discussion with all the obstacles, and the distribution of tasks that are very difficult to control directly. Giving group assignment in this condition will make students depend on their friends, so that it hinders the process of doing the assignments. For some students who want to be serious, they will be burdened because they do the lazy part of their friends. If the aim is to practice cooperation, it might be practiced under normal condition. But for now, lecturers should be able to reduce group assignments, because I think a lot of ineffectiveness in group tasks. In one group, there may only be one person who is serious and contributes the most in the task, but the lecturer doesn't know. And if the assignment is good, all those in the group will get good grades. Of course, this is not fair. The lazy one will remain lazy and not understand because he felt there are still others to depend on. If the assignment is given personally, the opposite is true. So in this case, in addition to the lecturer having to reduce group work, the student also had to increase their independence and of course also learn digital media. In a sense, conditions like this, we must go through pre-existing efforts. And of course, by looking the best way that can be used to reduce the problem that exists in distance learning and other activities that affected because of COVID pandemic 19. And the situation makes us aware about what should we do as a millennial generation, be a generation that is sophisticated, modern, and can adapt with changing times. Ladies and gentlemen, lecturers, and also my dearest friends, this is the end of my speech about learning barriers during the pandemic. I hope my speech can be useful for all of us, and I do apologize if I said something wrong. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.